It's time now to take a look at your latest local news from around the region. I'm Dan Hardenbrook, and this is your Newberry News Update on M123 FM. Your news today is brought to you by your three-time award-winning local newspaper of the year. It's the Newberry News. Let's check out this week's front page headlines. Snow in the 6-day weekend. How snow loads caused a 4-day closure at Tahquamenon Area Schools. Will that be all? Maybe it's the final snow report from Snowman Pete. The kids' annual tackle party is this weekend. Today is tax day. After a flood, make sure to check your well water. And field research this week covers spring's clever ice parade. Those stories and more available inside this week's edition of your award-winning Newberry News. It's available now. In your latest local news, the Michigan State Police Computer Crimes Unit and the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force has announced the arrest of a 19-year-old Newberry man on charges related to possession of child sexually abusive material. 19-year-old Calvin Marcus Jerwatowski was arrested following an investigation that was initiated by the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children and the ICAC Task Force. They learned that Jerwatowski may have accessed and shared illicit content on the internet. A search of the suspect's residence resulted in digital evidence being seized. Jerwatowski was charged with 2 counts of child sexually abusive material possession and was arraigned in the 92nd District Court on Friday, April 10th. The Michigan State Police Computer Crimes Unit is using this case to remind and encourage parents to speak to their children and family members about safe use of the internet. You can see the full story online at mynewberrynews.com or in this week's edition of your award-winning Newberry News. Engadine Consolidated Schools has announced details for their spring parent-teacher conferences. The spring parent-teacher conferences take place on Thursday. They'll go from 1:45 until 3:15, then again from 4:30 until 6 p.m. Families of the Engadine District are asked to be made aware that the day is also a half day of school. Students will be released from the building at noon. All conferences will take place in individual teacher classrooms. They're asked to be held to approximately 7 minutes. Please be aware that other parents may be waiting to see teachers also. So if you have additional items that you need to discuss with your child's teacher, you've been unable to discuss them in that allocated time frame, you should set up another appointment. If you're not able to attend in-person conferences in the afternoon or evening, you can also make arrangements with your child's teacher. For more information on parent-teacher conferences in Engadine, call 906-477-6313. The free community fellowship meal returns to Newberry. That'll take place tomorrow from 5 until 6:30 p.m. at the First Presbyterian Church on West John Street. This month's free community fellowship meal offers up tacos, salad, refried beans, chips, salsa, corn, and desserts. Everyone in the community welcome to attend. However, the conversations and fellowship that take place are a very important part of the meal. So a reminder, for that reason, they will not serve any meals to go. If you have more questions or want more information, you can check out the flyer on the Tahquamenon Area Schools TAS Facebook page or this week's edition of the Newberry News. Yooper Youth is inviting area children out for their annual Spring Fling. The day full of fun comes to the Tahquamenon Area Schools on Saturday, April 25th. The Spring Fling will run from 1 until 3 p.m. with open gym, music and dancing, crafts, coloring, kids' tattoos, and snacks. Come dressed in your spring best or bring your gym clothes, whatever makes you feel good. All Yooper Youth events, including the Spring Fling, are free and open to all families. Mark your calendars again. The Yooper Youth Spring Fling, Saturday, April 25th. I'm Dan Hardenbrook. That is your latest local news. It is your Newberry News Update on M123 FM. Your news today brought to you by your three-time award-winning local newspaper of the year. It's the Newberry News. It's Wednesday. Don't forget to pick up your copy of the latest edition of your award-winning Newberry News. It's available now. Time now to check in with sports to make it 4 in a row for the Tigers. Comerica Park was just what they needed. They've now won 6 out of 7 at home this season. Tigers take the 2-1 win over the Kansas City Royals last night. Detroit made it interesting. 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning to escape with the victory. Kenley Jansen picks up his 3rd save of the season. Detroit got a Zach McKinstry run scored on a wild pitch. Dylan Dingler with an RBI double that scored rookie Kevin McGonigal for the go-ahead run. Detroit overall 8-9 on the season and 6-1 at home. A rough season for the Red Wings comes to an end tonight. Regular season finale for Detroit as they travel to Florida, take on the Panthers. 7 o'clock on ESPN Plus, 41-30 and 10 for the Red Wings on the regular season. Your latest local weather forecast for the day today: slight chance of drizzle and fog, mostly cloudy, highs in the low 50s, calm winds north 5 miles per hour. Thursday, 30% chance of showers, cloudy, a high in the mid-50s, northeast winds 5 miles per hour. For your Friday, partly sunny, highs in the upper 50s, some spots may hit 60 degrees. I'm Dan Hardbrook. That's your latest news, sports, and weather. It's your Newberry News Update on M123 FM.